The movie begins with a girl named Eugene searching for someone along the highways of Beijing. Who has she been looking for all this time, and what has happened in her life? That is what we will discover in this story. In 2007, Eugene's father had been hospitalized for many days due to an illness. Eugene and her mother worked very hard to save money during this time. That same year, Eugene enrolled in high school. One day as Eugene was walking, someone nearby splashed water onto her face. The person got off his bike. And this, my friends, is our hero, Yang. He comes from a very wealthy family and is an excellent student. At school, Zhang usually sits nearby while Eugene sits on the bench in front of him. Classes continue like this every day until after some time, a student is shown handing out exam papers to everyone. During a previous exam, our hero Zhang thought people were making fun of him. Later, Zhang approached Eugene privately and said, "If you want, you can take my notes and study them. That way you'll understand everything more easily." Eugene immediately replied, "I don't need your help. Mind your own business." When she reached for her books, Zhang snatched them from her hands and began teasing her playfully. Some of her personal belongings fell out of the books, and Eugene became very angry. She slapped Zhang hard across the face, took her notes, and walked away. After the break, class resumed. Zhang tried to apologize to Eugene and return her things. Then he began shaking her desk with his foot to annoy her. Eugene responded by kicking his leg using her desk, after which Zhang stood up and stopped bothering her. When class ended, Eugene and her friend Moyu were walking together when Zhang appeared with his friend Joey. Joey told Eugene, "You're the reason he's walking like this. It's because of you that he got hurt. Now I have to take him to the hospital. You're responsible, so you need to pay for his treatment." Eugene, feeling guilty, handed over her ATM card. Later, it was revealed that Joey had staged this entire act just to get Eugene to talk to Zhang. In the canteen, Zhang, Joey, and their friends were sitting together. Joey announced, "Today I'll pay for everyone's food. We'll use all the money in this ATM card. Order whatever you like and enjoy." Of course, no one wanted to miss such a treat, so they all ordered their favorite dishes and ate happily. Then Moon came over and said, "Did you withdraw the money from Eugene's ATM card? Do you even know how hard she worked to save that money? She spent it on hostel expenses, and you're shamelessly wasting it like this." With that, Moon left, leaving Zhang feeling guilty. Determined to make things right, Zhang returned the ATM card to Eugene in class. Later, when Eugene came to meet him during his sports class, she told him, "There's a lot of money in my ATM card that doesn't belong to me. I know this is all your money, so you should take it back." But Zhang refused, saying, No, that money is in your account. It's yours." Eugene didn't listen and handed the money back to him anyway. After class, Eugene stood alone on the terrace, looking sad. Zhang approached her and asked, "Why do you look so down?" "Whatever problem you have, I'll help you." Eugene began opening up to him, saying, "When I think about my family's situation, I feel so sad. I can't focus on my studies or exams, and my grades are very low. I'm constantly worrying about it." Zhang replied, "That's it? Don't worry, I'll teach you everything. If you want, you can meet me here every day after class, and I'll show you easy methods to help you score better." Eugene wanted to refuse at first, but then remembered her mother's words. To get into a good university, she needed high grades. So she agreed to meet Zhang on the terrace after class for study sessions. Thanks to his help, Eugene scored excellent marks in the next exam. She was overjoyed to see her results, and Zhang was equally happy, pointing proudly at her answers. Meanwhile, Eugene's friend Moyu had developed feelings for Joey, so she often went to the sports ground to see him. The next morning, Zhang saw Moyu and asked, "Why isn't Eugene attending class today?" Moyu asked what had happened to Eugene. She said that Eugene hadn't explained anything properly, only that she had gone back home and would return later. Hearing this, Zhang became deeply worried. Why did she leave without telling me, he wondered. The next day, Eugene still didn't come to class. When Zhang finally met her, he asked, "Did you have any problem because of me?" Eugene replied, "No, it's nothing like that. Just leave me alone for some time. Don't come to meet me here again." But then Zhang took hold of her hand. At that moment, he noticed a black car, and from this, he understood what had happened. Eugene's father had passed away. Realizing this, he let her go, and Eugene repeated, "Don't come to meet me," before walking away. Zhang began following her, but Eugene was too lost in grief, crying over her father's death. After her words, Zhang decided not to meet her anymore. Time passed, and soon, it was the high school farewell party. Their school days were coming to an end, and the students gathered for a small celebration. Zhang arrived at the party and, upon seeing Eugene, thought, "I made a big mistake by not talking to her all this time. Today I have to apologize and speak with her somehow." Eugene, sitting alone, also thought, "Zhang will definitely come and talk to me today." Eventually, Zhang approached her and asked, Will you dance with me?" She agreed, and they began dancing together. At the same party, Joey and Moyu were also dancing. Suddenly, the lights went out. In the darkness, Joey took the chance to kiss Moyu. When Zhang leaned in to kiss Eugene, causing her to pull away and leave the dance floor, they both went outside and began talking. Zhang said, "Come with me to Beijing. We'll live together there and get married. I like you a lot. In fact, I love you very much." Hearing this, Eugene didn't know how to respond. Yang was the son of a millionaire. What would he think of her if she accepted so quickly? Instead, she simply kissed him and walked away. Zhang took it as a yes, but in her heart, Eugene believed she would never see him again. We then jump to 2009. Eugene is now working in a city library. A senior named Juan begins to grow close to her. He likes Eugene a lot, and they often share tasks, building a good bond over time. One day after finishing her work at the library, Eugene felt as though someone was calling her. She turned to see Zhang. He walked up to her and said, "I last saw you at the farewell. It seems you've forgotten me." Eugene asked, "Why are you here? What's your work here?" Zhang replied, "Don't think I came here just to meet you. I'm going to a nearby temple." At that moment, Juan approached, and Eugene introduced him to Zhang. Juan said, "I'm Eugene's boyfriend." Zhang became furious. "I'm also Eugene's boyfriend, and I've known her longer than you." He then added, "I'm going to the nearby temple with my sister. Will you both come with us?" Eugene and Juan hesitated, but Zhang said, "I have a car. We can all go together easily." The group went to the temple. There, Yang's sister Yui distracted Juan, giving Zhang a chance to speak privately with Eugene. He said, "You didn't even come to meet me after the farewell. Why did you leave me like that? I told you I love you, but you didn't give me an answer. I couldn't even understand whether you liked me or not. I want an answer now." Still, Eugene remained silent. Later, Yang, Eugene, and Juan went to a nearby restaurant for dinner. Zhang offered Eugene a drink. She refused, and Juan also told her not to take it. But Yang insisted, "Just try it once, for me." Eugene finally agreed. After drinking, she became drunk and eventually fell asleep at the table. In his frustration, Zhang began knocking over the bottles on the table. Then, in her drunken sleep, Eugene began mumbling Zhang's name over and over. Seeing this, Zhang's anger faded. Replaced with happiness, she still remembered him, still kept him in her thoughts. But Juan, watching this, grew furious. The three of them soon left and went their separate ways. The next day at the library, Eugene tried speaking to Juan. But remembering how she had mumbled Zhang's name while drunk, Juan refused to talk to her and kept avoiding her. Upset, Eugene went to Zhang's house and confronted him angrily. Eugene confronted Zhang angrily. "Why did you insist I drink those drinks after I refused? Juan has misunderstood me, and this is all your fault." Hearing this, Yang replied, "I've been waiting for you for so long, hoping that one day you would come to me and say, 'I love you,' and accept me. But I was worried you'd feel bad because of Juan. At the farewell, I asked you if you liked me, and instead of answering, you kissed me, as if to say yes. But after that, you completely avoided me. That's not my fault." He spoke these words with frustration. After all this, Eugene told him firmly, "I will never come to meet you again," and walked away. The story jumps to 2011, 2 years later. Eugene's friend is working as a nurse in a hospital. A patient has been admitted there, and that patient is none other than Zhang's old friend, Joey. Back in high school, Moyu and Joey had loved each other, but eventually they separated. Now, after meeting again, the two slowly begin to grow close once more. Meanwhile, Eugene visits her mother in their village. No one is there to help her mother, but Eugene's brother is taking good care of her. After a long time, Eugene, her mother, and her brother are happily together under one roof. One day, while Eugene is talking to her mother and preparing to leave, she spots Zhang on the road. "Why is he here in my village after so many years?" she wonders. Zhang explains, "As you're probably thinking, my mother owns an electrical factory here, and I came for some work related to it." They start talking, and that day, Zhang ends up staying at Eugene's house with her and her mother. That night, Eugene and Zhang have a long, pleasant conversation. Zhang asks, "How is your life going?" Seeing some toys in the house, he asks, "Do you do this kind of business? There's a lot of profit in it, right?" He continues asking about it, and Eugene explains, "After selling all these toys, we only make this much money." Hearing this, Zhang says, "If that's all you get, then leave it to me. Just for today, don't work. Talk to me instead. It's been so long since we've met like this." Hearing all this, Eugene tells him, "The money we earn from selling this toy is enough to support our family. You wouldn't understand." Saying this, she walks away. But that night, Zheng stays awake, quietly working on making the toys. It's something he has never done before, but he wants to do it for Eugene. The next morning, the exhausted Zheng is found sleeping outside. Eugene approaches and asks, "Why are you sleeping here? Didn't you sleep well last night?" In response, Zheng hands her a toy and says, "I made this for you." When Zhang sees the toy, Eugene laughs. "I know you made this by staying up late at night without sleeping, but you didn't make the rabbit's ears properly." They both laugh together. Then Eugene notices Zhang's hands. There's blood on them from a small injury he must have gotten while working. She thinks to herself, he's a millionaire, but he's still doing all this, only because he really cares about me. In that moment, she realizes Zhang truly loves her. Zhang then says, why don't you take a job in Beijing? Apply there, and if you get in, we can both work and live together. Please go there for me. Eugene agrees. She applies for jobs in Beijing and takes several exams, but fails on her first attempt. A friend who also took the exam with her advises, why are you only trying in Beijing? There are many vacancies in nearby Shanghai. After hearing everything, she applies for a job in Shanghai and is hired. To share the news, she calls Zheng and says, I didn't get any job in Beijing, but I've been offered one in Shanghai. Hearing this, Zheng replies angrily, you never listened to me. I was hoping you'd come to Beijing. Wanting to explain herself, she takes a train and travels to meet Zheng. Just then, Zheng calls her again. I spoke angrily to you on the phone before, but I'm coming by train to meet you and talk. Eugene replies, I'm also on the train, coming to meet you. They arrange to get off at the same junction and finally meet. Talking for a long time, they hug each other happily. A few days later, Eugene meets her high school friend Mo Yu. Mo Yu says, I've been in love with Joey for many years, but now he's going to marry another woman. I don't want to be a problem in his life anymore, so I've decided to go to another country. I came here just to meet you and tell you this. Mo Yu then leaves for abroad. Time passes, and now Zhang's sister Yui is about to get engaged. Zhang brings Eugene along to the engagement ceremony. The man Yui is marrying turns out to be none other than Juan, the same Juan Eugene had worked with years ago. Eugene and Juan talk privately. Juan tells her, I did this to settle down in life. I do like Yui, but I need to reach a stable position. That's why I agreed to marry her so quickly. Hearing this, Eugene starts thinking that if she also tells Zhang that I like him, but will he think badly of me? Eugene becomes deeply saddened by this thought. Meanwhile, Zhang has a private conversation with Yui. He says, do you really know Juan well? Why are you getting engaged to him so quickly without telling anyone in our family? What if Juan said yes to you only because of your money? Then what will you do? Hearing this, Yui replies, Juan is not that kind of man. But let me ask you, can you say with full confidence that the Eugene you love isn't with you for your money, but only for love? Zhang responds firmly, Eugene is not that kind of girl. She loves me, not my money. After the engagement party ends, Zhang and Eugene walk alone together. Eugene says, I don't know if loving you is right or wrong, but promise me you will never leave me. Promise you'll always stay with me. Zhang reassures her, you never have to worry about that. I will always be with you. From then on, the two spend a lot of time together. 2 years later, in 2013, Eugene is at work when her uncle arrives. He tells her, your mother has cancer. But don't worry, one surgery can make her better. The problem is, it will cost a lot of money. After a long day, Eugene returns home. Zhang is watching TV and playing games. He asks, how was your day, Gaia? You look sad. Eugene stays silent. Zhang walks over and says, why are you hiding the truth from me? I know everything. You need money for your mother's surgery, but you're too stubborn to ask me. I've already arranged the money. Here, take it. Eugene shakes her head. No, I don't need your money anymore. I've already arranged it. Zhang asks, from where did you get so much money? She answers, my old friend Juan helped me. Juan, of course, is the same man married to Yui. Yang's face changes. Why would you do this? Why take money from someone else? I'll return it to him myself. He storms out, finds Juan, and says, never meet Eugene again. If she has any problem, I'll take care of it. Just mind your own business. Then he leaves. Later, back home, Eugene tells Zhang, my uncle also took a huge loan from your mother's factory. I'll return that money too, along with what I took from you, bit by bit. When she gives him some of the money she had saved, Yang's anger explodes. He rips the papers apart and throws them. Why are you torturing me like this? Why can't you understand me? You don't need to return anything that's mine. I love you so much. I'm doing all this for you. But instead of seeing me as your own, you've misunderstood me completely. One day, you will understand. And when that day comes, we'll be together. He then says, for now I'm leaving, and walks away. With his father's help, Zhang lands a good job in a large Beijing office. On the flight to Beijing, he keeps checking his phone, hoping Eugene will call or message, come back. I can't live without you. But no message ever comes. Zhang concludes, if I'm not in her life, she'll be happier. With that thought, he leaves for Beijing. 2 years pass. In 2015, Eugene still often thinks about Zhang. One day, she visits the old temple in her village where people leave books filled with writings. She remembers that Yang once wrote something in one of those books, so she searches for it. After looking for a while, she finds the book, and inside she sees that many years ago, Zhang had written her name over and over. She realizes this was from 5 years ago. Eugene, who had always thought Yang was just a fool, finally understands he had truly loved her all along. After this revelation, she goes to Beijing, searching through the city streets and highways for Zhang's office. She finally sees him, but Zhang is still lonely, still carrying the sadness of loving a girl who never understood him, Eugene herself. At last, Eugene fully realizes Zhang's love for her. From then on, it's clear they will stay together and live happily for the rest of their lives. And that is where our story ends. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more movie recaps. Thanks for watching.